What's up guys, my name's ZacoBro and what you just saw is my new intro, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make an intro just like mine using a simple app called IntroMate. Now what you want to go and do is go into the Apple App Store and download IntroMate, intro maker for iMovie. It's a great app, I use it for my intros, and this is the app that we'll be using in the demonstration today. Now if you haven't already bought it, it will be $4.99 Australian dollars. I'm not sure about American, but go ahead and download that. Now after it's downloaded, go ahead and load it, and here you'll be able to see your projects. These are the ones that you've already made, but when you first open it there won't be anything there. You can also select them and delete them and copy them and save them and all that kind of stuff. Now what you want to go and do is click templates. Here are all the different kinds of videos you can do. There are many different kinds of intros, some for gaming, some for music, some just for the fun of it. Now what you want to go and do is have a browse at them. You'll be able to see a quick animation of what the intro will look like with the default settings. Some of them might suit your channel, some of them might not, so that's why you've got to browse and see what's available. Now after you've had a look around and see what interests you, go to the template section and select the one that you want. For today's video we're going to be using the shockwave effect. After it's loaded up, the first page you'll see is the media page. This is where you can upload your custom photos and videos and put over the top as an overlay. You could even use it as a watermark if you didn't want people copying your videos. Now here I just inserted an Instagram screenshot that I took, and using the arrows underneath the play button, you can move it around left and right, up and down, and using the plus and minus signs on the right hand side, you can make the size bigger and smaller. And if you want to change it up, you can even rotate it on the left hand side by clicking the button. Now the second page that you'll be able to get to by clicking the little color wheel will show you the color of your background and how to change it. Right now the background is purple, but we're going to experiment with a little bit of blue, some green, a little bit of yellow, then some orange, and then even red. Now once you find the color that actually suits your channel, you'll be able to even darken it or brighten it. Now once you get to the second bar, it will show you how white or how bright you can actually make the color. In this case mine's blue. And once you get down to the third bar, you can also see how dark it can get, even black if you desperately wanted. One of my favorite parts about this app is that you can actually just press play and you can actually view it right there. You don't need to go all the way and save it and then check it, and then if you didn't like it, you have to do it all over again. No, you can just check it right now. Now the third section is the text area. Here you can change what actually shows up. So instead of it being shockwave as the title, we're actually going to change it to the test intro because it's just a test. Usually you'd put your main channel name there or something that actually pops out. Now like before in the image section, you can also move the text up and down, left and right using the arrow keys in the bottom. You can also make the spacing in between each letter bigger or smaller by clicking the plus or minus button on the left hand side. Now what you can also do with the text is click plus and minus on the right hand side where it says size, and it will make the text either bigger or smaller. Now in the bottom row where it says fonts, color, stroke and shadow, if you click font you'll be able to change it to whatever font you desire. Some fonts have multiple versions of themselves, as you can see now that's just one font, and here too it has two different versions. So in most cases no two intros will be the same. There's so much you can customize. After you've selected the font you want, you can also change the color by clicking color in the bottom row. In most cases the default color will be black, but you can change that easily by sliding the sliders to whatever color you'd like. Something you can also do is increase and decrease the thickness of the shadow by clicking the plus and minus button under thickness. You can also make the shadow faded and blurry rather than sharp-edged by clicking the plus and minus buttons under the blur section. Like usual with the other configurations, you can also change the color of the shadow. You can change it from all the colors that we've seen before, but I personally like to keep it the same color as my actual background color, which is in this case blue, because then it kind of blends in and doesn't look odd or out of place, because if it was a bright red for example, it wouldn't look as professional. As expected, you can also move the shadow up, down, left and right using the arrow keys. Now as you can see below the play button, there are many different texts that you can actually add. At different times during the video they will be displayed, and you can edit whatever you want to be in them. So right now we'll just put like this video, and when the video plays the text will show up. Now, like usual, you can make the size bigger and smaller just like everything else. You can move it around, change the color, etc. You can have up to 7 of these different texts, so there'll be plenty of experimenting. Now the very last tab here is music. Usually there'll be a default song or default sound, but you can also add some from your music library. What I suggest you do though is don't use iTunes music, use copywritten free and royalty free music. A lot, if not all, music from iTunes is copywritten, meaning you won't be able to make any money off your YouTube videos. What I suggest you do is use music from non-copywritten sources. One of my favourite sources is a YouTube channel called No Copyright Sounds. They post songs that aren't copywritten, so you can use them whenever you want, for whatever you want. I'll leave a link to their channel in my description. Now once you finish selecting what images you want, what color background, what kind of text you want, and what music you want to play, it's now time to save. I suggest you save it in HD 1080p or HD 720p, because not only will it look better, but everyone likes higher quality. Sometimes it might take a video 10 seconds to save, it might take 30 seconds, it might even take a minute, but once it's finished saving, what you want to do is go to your camera roll where it will be. After you find the video, go ahead and play it just to make sure everything works. If it works, here's your intro. Now it's time to put the intro to use. I find that if you use it in iMovie, it works the best. Because I use iMovie as my main editor, I find that it works the best in here, and that's why I use it so often. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, hit that like button. If you thought it was a good video, comment below. And if you want more videos, hit that subscribe.